Hello, and thank you for watching our video. My name is Dave. I am your champion of culture. My website is davelosavio.com. Finally launching March 5th.
Yes!
And together we are making 2018 our best year yet.
My name is Alyssa. I am Master of Mindfulness, Holistic Transformation Coach, and my website is ampjourney.com. And, it's just exciting to be here with you, Dave. It's been a while. We've been getting some comments and some feedback of, make a video. So here we are.
Yeah, it's awesome. And thank you for sharing the space with us. Today we are going to discuss anticipation versus expectation. So first we'll go over a little definition according to
what it means to us,
Alyssa and Dave. And next we will provide some examples that we're going through in our lives on a daily basis. And then of course how we can all apply this to create a better space and a more mindful and happy life for us all. Cool?
Yeah.
You want to start?
Sure. So when we first originally started, Dave asked me, what is the difference for me? And when I think of anticipation versus expectation, I just did a little cross-comparison list. So anticipation is create, allow, trust, be, and it comes from your feels, your heart. And when we are living from expectations, I interpret that as control, depend on, you're ego-based, it's doing versus being, and it's more of a subconscious way of living and superficial brain. A lot of disappointment comes from there.
And I love how you talked about the ego coming in regards to expectations, because when you have expectations, when we have expectations, we're really outcome dependent. And being outcome dependent and having expectations, it only sets us up to be unhappy. So if we're expecting something to happen and it doesn't happen, we're disappointed. And if we're expecting an outcome
To happen.
and it does happen, the problem with that is we lose the key to happiness, which is gratitude. So either way, if we have an expectation of an outcome, we really just lose out. So we like to shift it along to anticipation. And what do we anticipate to come in our lives on a daily basis? I've got something I'd like to share.
Well, and me as well. And how do we practice it? So why don't you go ahead and give them an example of your life?
So I anticipate my ego to pop in on a daily basis. And how it did this morning was, believe it or not, when I was getting ready and what I was gonna wear. So I knew the jeans I was gonna wear, they were green. And then I was looking at, I wanted to wear this jacket, and that was green. And it popped in my head well, I'm wearing green on green. And I started to kind of fall into that spiral. And then I opened up my drawer, and the next pair of underwear happened to be green. So I got really excited by it. And what I do now, when I anticipate my ego to pop up, either when I'm getting ready in the morning or when I'm faced with a task and perfection is knocking on my head, what I do is I anticipate the ego to pop in, and I realize that when it does, it is the opportunity to up-level myself and a challenge for me to become more present in the situation, allow the feeling to happen, and then transform to the next higher level. So I believe that anticipating my ego to pop in is really the opportunity for an up level and for me to borrow from my future self, because I know there's some really, really good energy behind that. How about you?
Oh, I love that. That's powerful. So for me, with anticipation and expectation, I have a recovering perfectionist syndrome as well as judgment. So for me, when I'm kind of feeling and sensing expectation to come in, I just take a step back and check in with, why am I choosing to not be authentic and vulnerable right now? That's the first question I ask myself. And then I reframe it into an instead question of, how can I be more grateful and allow right now? So I'm always asking questions, and those are the two questions I take a step back to and ask myself.
Now, I'm sure there's ways throughout the day that we can all apply what we're expecting to happen. So it could be in the work situation. You're expecting to get a raise. It could be in a student or a school expectation where you're expecting to get a certain grade. You're expecting to get a date with a man or a woman that you're attracted to. You're expecting to make a certain amount of money this year. If you're on commission or if you're not on commission. Maybe you're just expecting the weather to be sunny and it's not. And you're like, I'm gonna get rain on my hair, not my hair. Or
even in meditation, right? Like I'm expecting to have a breakthrough or an awakening.
There you go.
It's not happening. Where are you not fully allowing the universe or yourself to just check in and experience more of what's supposed to be being felt versus trying to control it and have an outcome-driven expectation?
I love it. So I'm sure that we can apply this to all of our lives, and what's important here is for us to get some nuggets. So what did we learn? We'd love for you to share, and maybe you didn't learn anything, you could share that too.
We just like your white teeth.
And we love feedback. So anything or any kind of feedback that you can give us, we want to keep on the up level with these videos and always offer value because we appreciate you sharing the space with us. Again, I'm Dave. My website's davelasavio.com and
Alyssa, amjourney.com.
Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you again soon.
Boom!